Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Rich from Problem Solved. Thanks again for watching. We're continuing the series. This is testing your pool water, the water chemistry test, using the test strips and taking samples, analyzing the results, and making any changes to show how you could take care of your pool economically with household items, bleach, borax, and baking soda, hence the BBB pool care method. So August 2nd, we're continuing the series. I'm going to take my test today. The last thing I did was around July 28th or 29th. I added the chlorine tablets, the 3-inch tablets. I added 2 of those into the pool and let them float around a bit. Previous to that, I had added a box of borax to try and increase a little bit the pH level. It was getting quite to the low side. The color looked as though it was like on the minimum, so we want to keep that more in the range of acceptable. So we got good colors on this test here. We're going to let it dry a little bit longer. Try and keep the water from bleeding on one pad to the other. And we'll match it up as I would expect. I could see from the color already, the purple is the chlorine. We're looking very good there. pH, again, is on the low side. We're aware of that. Total alkalinity is pretty good, actually. That's probably the chlorine tablets helping to raise that up a little bit. You don't want that too high. That acts as a buffer, and it makes it more difficult to change the pH. So again, and the cyanuric acid on the bottom is getting low as well. So I could already foresee, and I know from usage and the weather, it's been hot. I'm going to need to add a bag of shock. And I do that every week and a half or a week or so as well, to keep the levels in order and keep the pool sanitized. So let's check another test on the 3rd. This will be August 3rd. We'll do another chemistry test and see where we're at. I mean, without adding anything, you would only expect the levels to decrease until you get to a point where you need to make a change. And then you make a small change and monitor the results. It's really as simple as that. You won't have any surprises as long as you're testing regularly and consistently. That's the whole key here. It's not rocket science. It's just being aware of what your pool water is saying and then making any specific change, the proper change, to get it to adjust. So this is August 3rd. Let's see what the results are saying here. Still good on the chlorine. The color's nice purple. And we're definitely at the minimum level on the pH. Total alkalinity, we're going to keep it there. And cyanuric acid, we'll see here in a moment at the very bottom. That does appear to be low. So I know, again, from my usage and the weather, that it's been sunny and hot, and that's also in the forecast. So I want to shock my pool at this point and get it sanitized and cleaned up, and I'll do that next. So use a powder shock. I've tried several different brands and varieties. This particular one I'm not crazy about, but it does the job. It works. And it's a 1-pound bag of shock. I, again, have a 16 by 32 foot pool by 52 inches high, the Intex Ultra Frame. You just spread it all around. That's what I'm showing here. I'm going around the perimeter of the pool. And you don't want clumps, and you want to kind of disperse it evenly around the pool so it'll absorb and dissolve into the water fairly evenly. And that's really all there is to it. You just let the shock do its job and within a day or two, you'll notice the results be back to crystal clear. So again, the whole point of this, when trying to not use the expensive chemicals that, they want to sell you at the pool supply store, to kind of make changes to chemistry when it goes way out of whack. So by simply monitoring, testing, and regularly checking your pool chemistry results, you can avoid that, and save some money in the interim. That's it. We had the shock. We finish it off, and then we'll do another test, and you should see a couple of color changes on the next test result. Yeah, try and make sure I get every bit. And then it'll be going into August 4th for the next test. And you can watch that right here. I'm going to continue right into it. All right, so here we are. Water does look a little bit more clear. It might just be me, but I think it's even clearer than yesterday. It's August 4th. We're going to do our test result after adding the shock. I mean, pretty much every shock I've tried does the job, so I would expect the water to be clearer. You're using shock treatment. That's what it's designed for. But my purpose in doing this is to show you how monitoring and testing daily and consistently, how you could see the physical changes, actually physically see them in the colors on your test strips, and understand what you need to do to take care of your pool, keep it clean and sanitized. So we added a shock yesterday. We still have good color on the chlorine at the top there. It's even darker purple. So you can see that definitely increased the chlorine level in the pool. The pH looks a little bit more on the orange side than it did, and that was due to the shock. The total alkalinity is about the same amount of green, same type of green, I would say. Maybe it's gotten a little deeper. And your cyanuric acid also has increased. So that's all due to the shock. Stay tuned for the next ones, and we'll continue on with the series. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and pound that subscribe button.